Moving from purely theoretical learning, where you just study concepts in isolation, into practical application is truly the most significant milestone in any technical professional's development. It is a huge achievement when you can synthesize everything you've learned into a real-world tool designed to solve a high-value business problem. In the real professional world, no one wants to do the same tedious work over and over. That is why automating repetitive tasks is considered an absolutely core competency. For this project, you will be stepping into the role of a junior data scientist working at IndusInd Bank. Let's look at your primary objective right here in the center. Currently, the bank relies on a highly inefficient manual process that takes a full 2 days to complete. Your goal is to completely transform that slow process by engineering a streamlined, single-click Python solution. So where do we start? The scenario begins on the bottom left with our input, raw customer loan data provided in a standard CSV format. Now, real-world data is almost never perfectly clean. It's extremely messy. It's riddled with errors, missing values, and inconsistent formatting that stops any immediate analysis in its tracks. To solve this, you are going to build a Statistical Analyzer tool using Python. This tool will manage an automated end-to-end pipeline featuring 4 distinct stages. First, it handles ingestion, automatically bringing the raw data into the system. Next, it performs comprehensive cleaning to fix all those messy data challenges we just talked about. Then it conducts advanced mathematical analysis on the clean data. And finally, it generates a final report. The key takeaway here is that by chaining these specific operations together, you replace days of manual labor with a seamless automated pipeline. To understand exactly how this works under the hood, we will next look at the modular architecture that makes this robust tool possible.
So as you step into the role of a junior data scientist, you need a structured approach. The design of our Statistical Analyzer tool follows a highly modular architecture. Think of a module as a self-contained section of code that performs one specific task. Organizing the tool this way makes the whole system much easier to debug, maintain, and scale up later on. Looking at the flow here, we can trace our data through 6 distinct stages. It all starts right here with Module 1, our entry point. This is where the system reads in the raw CSV file. It immediately performs an initial check to detect potential issues or missing information before we even begin processing. Once we know what we're dealing with, we move to Module 2 for data cleaning and pre-processing. You can think of this stage as a filter that purifies our data. Here, the tool actively fixes the issues we just diagnosed, like filling in missing values or removing duplicates, so our math doesn't break later. Next is Module 3, the Statistical Summary. This module calculates the mathematical essence of our dataset. We use basic statistics to understand the distribution and shape of the data, looking at averages and how spread out the numbers are. Then we transition to Module 4, the Visualizations Dashboard. Humans are visual creatures, so here the data is converted into charts. This step is crucial because it makes abstract patterns instantly visible to the human eye. Following that is Module 5, which handles entropy analysis. This is a more advanced step. We use it to quantify the uncertainty and measure exactly how much unique information is actually present in our dataset. Finally, we hit Module 6 for PCA compression. PCA helps us take highly complex, multidimensional data and reduce it down to a more manageable form, all while strictly preserving the most essential patterns. All of these modules work together to produce what we call a dual delivery output. What does that mean? It means the pipeline automatically generates 2 things. First, a perfectly cleaned and structured dataset that is fully ready for use by other engineering or machine learning teams. And second, it generates a comprehensive PDF report tailored specifically for management to review the insights. The main takeaway here is that by breaking a complex problem into modular steps, we ensure data integrity from the raw input all the way to the final business report. Now we will kick off our professional sprint by diving straight into building those first foundational modules, starting with data loading. Building on our modular architecture, we are going to construct this tool over a 3-day professional sprint. Let's start by looking at Day 13, which is all about our foundation modules. This is where we lay the groundwork. First, we load the raw data using Python and the Pandas library, which is the absolute industry standard for data manipulation. Then we move to Module 2. If you look closely at this representation, you'll see these NaN values, which stand for not a number. You have to write logic to identify and clean these out. Why? Because if you don't handle missing data now, the mathematical operations in our later analysis steps will completely fail. Once the data is pristine, we compute our basic statistics like the mean, median, and standard deviation to get an initial understanding of what we are working with. Next, we move into Day 14, where the heavy mathematical lifting happens in our analysis modules. For Module 4, you'll utilize libraries like Matplotlib and Seaborn to generate this grid of 9 different professional visualization charts. Module 5 is where things get really interesting. How do we know which columns of data actually matter? We use information theory. By calculating the entropy of each feature, we can rank our data from high information content down to low. This tells us exactly which data points provide the most value to the business. Then in Module 6, we apply PCA, or Principal Component Analysis. Think of PCA like taking a complex 3D object and looking at its 2D shadow. We are mathematically compressing the data, reducing the number of dimensions, while safely preserving the most important underlying patterns. Finally, Day 15 is dedicated purely to delivery. We polish the codebase to ensure it runs completely error-free. We automatically generate the final executive report summarizing our findings, and we perform a rigorous self-assessment against this checklist to guarantee all business requirements were met. Now, step back and look at the bottom half of the slide. Once you've built all these pieces, you have created a completely automated service. The true power of this architecture is that a raw dataset can be ingested by this automated robotic process on the left, and it will seamlessly flow through diagnosis, cleaning, visualization, entropy ranking, and PCA compression, all the way to this final dashboard on the right. The ultimate takeaway is that modular development transforms fragmented code into a unified, scalable factory for fast, reliable business insights. To ensure this pipeline runs perfectly in the real world, we'll need to lock down a few specific professional requirements like explainability and feature standardization in the next section.
To ensure your final project is successful and ready for a portfolio, we need to focus on a few key professional requirements. First is explainability. You must be able to clearly describe what each module does. For example, in Module 4, we used a heat map like this one to visualize correlations, how much 2 variables move together. It's important to explain that highly correlated variables might actually be redundant, while variables with low correlation often hold unique, valuable information. Second is standardization. Think of this as balancing things out. When you are comparing something like age in years to income in lakhs, the raw numbers are on completely different scales. Before applying algorithms like PCA, we apply scaling so that all variables are on the exact same level. Without this step, the math would just assume that larger numbers are more important simply because they look bigger. Third is universality. A truly professional tool isn't hard-coded to just one specific banking dataset. You should be able to swap that out, running through our diagnosis and cleaning functions, and apply it to a completely different dataset without the system breaking. Now, if you want to push this project further, consider these challenge extensions. You could try some feature engineering, which means taking the loan amount and annual income and mathematically combining them to create a debt-to-income ratio. This single new metric is far more powerful for risk assessment than the original 2 numbers alone. You could also explore machine learning integration, taking your cleaned data and feeding it into a decision tree model to actively predict outcomes. Finally, consider reporting upgrades by using Python to automatically generate an interactive HTML-based web report rather than just printing text to the console.
Completing this project marks the completion of Phase 1, Mathematics and Data Foundations. Over the past 15 days, you have journeyed from the absolute basics of linear algebra through statistics and probability into the programming tools of NumPy and Pandas, and finally mastered information theory and dimensional reduction. This project is the practical proof that you can now apply these mathematical concepts to solve real-world banking and data challenges. Congratulations on building such a strong foundation.